all my dorks, nerds, geeks, and gamers, it's your host Ghost here, and today you're watching a brand new episode of Dorks Movie Minute. Today we're going to be talking about Dexter New Blood, episodes 1 and 2. Episode 1 entitled Cold Snap. Very good episode. I love this episode. We're getting a return to form of Dexter. I like that. A lot of people don't like the new intro because it's not that long. Dun, 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 music with Dexter making his breakfast and all that, with the sinister undertones. No, this is very much a very quick and loud title screen. Boom! Dexter New Blood. It's there and then it's gone. I like it. It's very fast paced. I like where we start this episode off. We get to see Dexter in this normal life. Very quiet. He's got this cop girlfriend. He's finally settling down a bit. And Deb is his conscious now, and he's kind of going back and forth in his head. Is this dark passenger gone? Do I want to kill again? Do I ever feel like I need to kill again? Things like that. So yeah, he's working at this hunting and fishing store. He's an everyday kind of town man. He's friendly to everybody in the town. They all kind of look up to him. Everyone from the high school teenagers to his boss at the hunting lodge to everyone. Everyone in the town respects Dexter for what he does, just being a good person in that town. But then very quickly things start to get back on track for Dexter. This big douchebag comes in the store. He wants the biggest gun. He wants an AR-15 or an assault rifle to shoot deer with. He's abusive to his friend in front of Dexter. He's stealing his friend's girlfriends. He's just an overall horrible person. Rich kid, just does whatever he wants and doesn't care. And we all know how Dexter is when he runs into people like that. He has this, his dark passenger takes over, and you hear this voiceover about how he's talking about these people in kind of a condescending kind of way. That dark passenger is 100% gone for like 45 minutes, maybe 35 minutes, 30 minutes of this episode. You don't hear that dark passenger at all, and it's noticeable, like very noticeable. And they even there's even a few scenes where they sit on it a little bit, where you know that dark passenger would be talking, and you could just picture what it would be saying in your head, but it's not there, and it works really, really well until that moment that Dexter decides, you know what, I am gonna kill this guy, and that's when that dark passenger does come back, and it says, "It's been a while, Dexter Morgan," and it sends chills down your spine when you hear that dark passenger come back through Dexter Morgan. So yeah, he makes up his mind, and this hunter shoots this deer. Dexter chases this deer every morning to watch it, just to see something beautiful in his life, to not give him the urge to kill someone. So he follows this deer every single morning, and of course this rich kid, the morning he goes out after he sells him his gun, goes out and blasts this deer right in front of Dexter, right when he's finally about to pet this thing, to show this bond between nature and serial killer, that he's done, and that nature's gonna accept him for who he is, even though he is a serial killer. And just then the blood splatters on his face, and he snaps, and he goes and he kills this guy. He hits him with the butt of his rifle, knocks him on the ground. He sets up his kill room, and he does the whole Dexter thing. He makes a slide, puts the blood on it, and then he does the plunge in the heart, killing this kid. After a few, of course, pleading back and forth and all this, which leads into episode 2. That is the end of episode 1. We get the first death of the season, which starts Dexter off back on this trail of murder, of if he can stop himself or not. So then we get to episode 2, which is called A Storm of Fuck, which is actually a really good episode because it is very much a Deb-centered episode, I would say. A Deb and memorandum kind of episode. So this is like Deb's being the voice of Dexter, kind of telling him he screwed up, and that he shouldn't have killed again, and now he's finally going to get caught because he did screw up. And Dexter did screw up. He realized that when he hit this guy with the rifle, that his head actually went backwards and smashed on a rock. So not only does he have a bloody rock at the crime scene now with his brain matter on the scene, where he doesn't want him to even be found that he killed him, so he's got to go back to the crime scene, find this rock, and get rid of it. On top of that, he's got a whole blood trail from the crime scene all the way to his house that he didn't even notice, from the back of this from the back of this guy's head that was bleeding as he was carrying him over his shoulders. So yeah, Dexter is basically cleaning all this up. One thing I forgot to mention about episode 1 is Harris comes back in episode 1, Dexter's son. It is a big part of this whole series, and it's about he's about to go to the bus stop and go back to wherever he came from, and he doesn't want Dexter in his life. And at the end of the episode, after killing that person, Dexter decides he wants Harrison in his life, so he brings Harrison back in. But the problem is he just killed someone, so Dexter's got all this blood to clean up, he's got a body to get rid of, and things are about to go from bad to worse. So yeah, he gets this body buried. He buries it underneath the fire pit in his front yard, which is actually very fitting later on in the episode. But as soon as he realizes he got a blood trail leading to his house, he goes outside to fix it. And just then, all these cops surround his property, and they tell him that they're going to use his house as a base camp because he always helps out local law enforcement to find where this person went missing that they're looking for, the dead body that he killed. So yeah, Dexter invites them on his land. This is a whole episode about him and Harrison kind of bonding, and him trying to cover up this crime scene at the same time, while still trying to be Dexter's, on top of everything self. It works. He does. He gets everything cleaned up. He gets everything pointed in the right direction to maybe this kid left town, maybe he killed this deer and ran away, he's not necessarily dead. So yeah, he sets up a whole bunch of stuff to clear his name. That's basically what this whole episode is him going back and forth trying to clear his name and fix things that he messed up, and lead people on trails that he knows he needs them to go down. But, so we get, that all happens. Then the town is finally starting to get on Dexter's side. They're like, okay, maybe he did run away, maybe we should call it quits and leave your land and let you go back to, living your life and doing what you do. Just then Clancy Brown shows up, and he's basically like, my son is missing, you people wouldn't do this for your kids, blah, blah, blah. And he's the town rich, butthole, and his son's the douchebag. So they basically, they're like, all right, you're right, we'll stay a little bit longer and we'll look for him or whatever. Also in episode 2, we get a tease of this hotel room, it looks like, with strawberries and champagne, and the runaway girl we saw from episode 1 is now trapped in this room, eating the strawberries and champagne. She realizes towards the end of the episode that she cannot leave the room, there is no door handle on the door, and that she is stuck in this room, and that's where we left off, and there's a camera that says, "You're already dead," written around it. So yeah, whoever this villain is, I know it's Clancy Brown because you could tell from the eyeball that was watching the screen that it's definitely 100% Clancy Brown. I know for a fact it is. So yeah, Clancy Brown, the new villain that Dexter is going to be going after. And then the final shot of episode 2 is after Clancy Brown gets everyone to stay on Dexter's land a little bit more. The camera pans down underground underneath the fire pit, and then that's where you see the body that Dexter's stuck under the fire pit. He's so cocky that he can have every cop on the force on his land with the dead body they're searching for sitting right underneath the fire pit that they're all huddled over. So that's Dexter for you. Very awesome return to form. I like the new episodes. I like the way they're pushing the story forward by introducing a new serial killer, but still having this inner conflict between Dexter on crap, I killed again. Do I want to keep killing, or is this it? Is this the final one? So it's very much like an addiction dilemma for Dexter to go through. So it's going to be very cool to see. And I'm wondering if Harrison's going to play in that as well, because we know Harrison has addiction problems as well. And is Harrison really not having any of this dark passenger that Dexter had as well, coming from Hannah and Dexter? So who knows? Still a lot to see. A couple more episodes in this series. We got 10 episodes total, 8 more to go. So I'm very excited to see where they take it in the future. Let me know down below what you guys think of Dexter New Blood. Are you guys enjoying the series? I think Michael C. Hall is doing an amazing job returning as Dexter, but let me know down below what you guys think. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and as always, keep it right here on Dorkston. Before I finish, I got to give these episodes a rating. I'm going to give episode 1 a 10 out of 10, just because I love the slow burn, and I love when the absence of the dark passenger, and then when they bring that dark passenger back, you get that sense of, oh wow, everything's starting to come back normal. I really like that. So a 10 out of 10 on episode 1. Episode 2, I know a lot of people aren't liking episode 2 because of they feel like it makes Dexter look stupid or he messed up. Well, he is rough. He's rusty, guys. It's been like how many years? 10 years since he's killed someone. So yeah, he's got to get back in the groove, and I get it. It makes sense. It made sense for me that he would mess up. He's got a lot going on top of just killing someone and being rusty. He's got his son who just showed up that he's dealing with mentally and emotionally. He's still working through Deb clearly, and all these things. So a lot on Dexter's mind. So I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. I still enjoyed it, but there was a few flops for Dexter as a character in this episode. But let me know down below what you guys think. 10 out of 10 for episode 1, 8 out of 10 for episode 2. That's my thoughts on it, guys. Keep it right here on Dorkston. I've been your host, Ghost. Adios.